Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have another Halloween DIY. So as requested, I am going to be doing another Halloween box. So before I get started, I want to show you my shirt of the day. Do you guys see? It's Sam from Trick or Treat. I love this character. So I got this shirt at the thrift store and I was so happy to find it. All right, so you guys, I'm gonna start by telling you that I had started to record this tutorial for you guys and I kind of screwed up, so I'm redoing it all over again. So I'm going to show you though on what part I screwed up as we go along. So all right, so the first thing that you're going to need is one of these little boxes here from Dollar Tree. I'm not gonna go over showing you how I cut my paper and all that, because I did show you in the previous video before this one on how I cut my scrapbook paper. So I just wanted to show you though the difference in sizes of these boxes. Can you see? So this box is from Dollar Tree and this box is from Michael's. I don't know how much this box costs because I've had this for quite some time now, and so you could tell the difference. This one is taller and this one is smaller. So it's up to you if you want to get a box like this at Michael's or pay $1 for it at Dollar Tree. So I'm going to be using this box here, the Michael's box, and then the supplies will vary on what you want to use. I'm going to be using, again, scrapbook paper. So I was going to use this styrofoam here that I bought at the thrift store for 75 cents, but it did not work out for me. It was not cutting correctly. So I had already cut it. It's kind of thick. For what I needed, it wasn't working out. So I decided that I would try foam board. So I picked up this foam board at Dollar Tree for $1. And so we're going to be using that. Also, whatever scrapbook paper you want to use. I also have the scrapbook paper that I have picked up at Michael's here. So I'm going to be using this glittered ribbon from Dollar Tree as well. I used this one in my last box that I made. All right. So we're also going to be using this cat pick right here. This one was $1.49. I picked this up at Michael's, and it's just a little kitty cat. And also, you're going to need some just regular white paper. So the supplies are going to vary. I'm going to show you what we're going to do. We're also going to use some paint. Again, I'm not going to go through all the details on how to go ahead and decorate your box as far as scrapbook paper goes. I do have a tutorial on that already, and I'll link it below. But I am going to show you what I'm going to do differently. So let's get started with this DIY. All right, so the first thing that I did was I grabbed my computer. It's back there. Excuse all the mess, you guys. I have all kinds of stuff here that I'm still trying to work on for DIYs for you guys. But the first thing that I did was I grabbed my computer. I'm not really good at drawing, so I went on to Google and I searched crescent moon images. And then what I did was, once I saw one that I liked, I grabbed my copy paper and I put it up against my screen, and very lightly I traced it. So you find an image that you want to trace. I just put crescent moons images, and then I found this one. Then I'm just gonna put my copy paper over it, and then I'll lightly trace it, and then that way I'll have my image, or at least I'll have it traced right here, and then I can cut it out, and then I can use this as a template. So once you've traced this, then you're gonna cut this guy up. You're gonna cut him. You're gonna actually, what I did was I saved the image into my computer, and then I made it as big or as small as you wanted it. I wanted to fit on top of my box right here, so I didn't make it too big. So for sake of time, I already cut my image right here. There it is. So what you're going to do, you're going to grab your foam board, and you're going to go ahead and then trace that on your foam board and then cut that. So you can use, to cut that, you can use scissors or you can use an X-Acto knife. Let me show you what I did with mine. So this is a fail, okay, you guys. I was just, you know, using the styrofoam, and the styrofoam did not work. So this is what the styrofoam looked like. Can you guys see that? It does not look good at all. So I was trying to mess with it, keep messing with it, and I did the face this way. And you could see it's all lumpy and messed up. Can you see that right here? It just wasn't cooperating with me. And I have one of those heat tools that you use to cut styrofoam, and those are terrible. Do not waste your money on those. Those are just not good. So styrofoam will not work for this project. So that's why I figured foam core. So I'm going to go ahead and point the camera down, and then we're going to start cutting this guy, tracing him and cutting him. All right, you guys, so as you guys can see, I do have my little crescent moon here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go into a little corner, and then I'm just going to draw my little moon that I cut out onto the foam board. Now I chose this shape. You don't have to choose this shape. If you know how to freehand a moon, a crescent moon, then by all means just do that. But I chose this shape because I really do like it. You guys know that right now I am on this crescent moon kick. I don't know why, I just like it a lot. So all we're doing is just tracing this guy right onto the foam board. All right, and there it is. I don't know if you guys can see, but there's my moon. You can use an X-Acto knife and cut it, or you can use some scissors. So let's see what works best for me. So be very careful when you're cutting your moon here. Don't want you to cut yourself if you're using an X-Acto knife. Let me cut this little part out. But see, this is why I prefer the X-Acto knife, because I think that cuts a lot better than the scissors does. So I'm just cutting this little part out. So all I have to work with is this small piece here and not the big old board. And I prefer the X-Acto knife. It does work really good. So just be very careful when you're cutting your moon. I have very shaky hands, so I hope that this comes out good. And I'm just doing small little sections. Little sections at a time. All right, you guys, so here it is, all cut up already. I did struggle a little bit with my X-Acto knife, but you know, it's a homemade DIY, so it's not going to be perfect. So of course, this is what this looks like. Now this was a lot easier than cutting, say, like this guy here. I even did it like this because I was messing with it, as you guys can see, because it was just terrible, terrible, terrible. So I always want to share with you guys my mistakes, and that was a huge mistake. So now you're going to get whatever paint you want to get and a paintbrush and paint your moon, your crescent moon, to however you want. Also, let me tell you, I did go to Dollar Tree and I bought these right here, these round styrofoams. You can use these as well, but not to cut into it, to keep it whole. You can use a bigger box maybe, and then use it as a full moon. And then I already opened up my cat, and I cut the stick down on my cat, and you can do something like that if you guys wanted to. Just an idea. So, okay. So I just have this little plastic thing here where I was using to paint my other moon there. I'm just going to use this color here. This color is in neon yellow, but I also have real yellow. So maybe I can mix both of them and see how that looks. Let's see. Let's mix both of these yellows together and see what we get. I don't need a lot because it is a small little crescent moon. It is about, let's see, it's about 3 inches. 3 inches big. So let me kind of mix these colors together. Looks like mustard. Looks like mustard, you guys. All right, and then I'm just gonna paint it. Now you don't have to paint it. You can actually use fabric, or you can use some scrapbook paper as well on this. This is your project. You guys can do whatever you guys want with yours. I always say, you know what, do what you want. So I just give you guys the ideas, and then you guys can take it from there. So I'm just gonna paint mine, and I'm painting both sides, the front and the back. All right, there is my moon right there. It's painted all the way around, as you guys can see. So I'm gonna leave this off to the side so it can dry. Now, if you wanted to add different colors to it, maybe some black, maybe do a dry brush of black, which I may do that. I don't know yet. But I do want to paint a face on this moon. So I'm going to go ahead and let that dry first before I do anything else. Now, you guys, I do have some ideas for you guys. Since I am not going to show you how to do the box with the scrapbook paper, I want to give you some ideas. So I went to Dollar Tree and I found these guys here. You can use that on top of your box as well, just like that. These are thin, but you can glue all these together if you want. Maybe add some ribbon all the way around and just put it on there just like this. If you want it to be shiny on both sides or glittery on both sides, put one facing this forward and backwards so they both can be glittery. And then again, just put some ribbon all the way around here. Then you glue it, and then you can use that as a topper as well on your box. So what I was going to do with this ribbon here is cut it down like this, so I could put this on my box like that. So all you do to do this, I already cut this so I could show you guys. All it is this: you just grab your scissors. Okay, I have it right here, and then you just start to cut little, like in an angle, a little triangle, just little triangles. Now you can freehand this, do it like this, or you can use like a pen or pencil and mark where you want to cut. But I'm just doing a little triangle, see? Just like that. And then I'll go on to the next one. Just doing little triangles, you guys. You can make them as big or as small as you want. See, just like that. We're just doing little triangles. Just like that. So that's one thing to do. Okay, you guys, so I cut my paper down, as you guys can see, and I already glued it on here. I Mod Podged it. What I'm doing next is I'm going to just add some Mod Podge on the outside of my box. One, it helps the paper, seal the paper so it doesn't tear so easily. And two, I'm going to sprinkle some glitter on here. I'm going to make my boxes, I like to make my boxes plain. So also, you guys, can you guys see the little creases that I have there? I was in a hurry to try to do this because today is my birthday and I'm filming this on my birthday, and I need to hurry up because everybody wants to spend time with me and they're making dinner for me right now, so I need to speed this along. So I'm just showing you again really quickly what I'm doing here. I'm just adding the Mod Podge, and I think I'm just going to sprinkle some glitter onto this paper. All right, set a paper down, you guys, so that way you can put your glitter back in once you're done, because you're going to waste a lot of glitter this way. So I'm just going to go ahead and sprinkle a little bit of glitter on my box. All right, you guys see that right there? So now I have to let this dry. Now if I don't want any fallout, I'll go ahead and I'll put, once this dries, I'll go ahead and I'll put some more glue on top, or the Mod Podge, and that'll seal it. But for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and put this to the side and let this dry. For my lid, I am going to paint my lid black. I'm not exactly sure how I want to do my lid, so that's why I'm just painting it. And again, like I said, you guys don't have to use any scrapbook paper if you don't want to. You can just paint your box. And I do apologize that I'm not going step by step on this. I do have, like I said, a tutorial on the other box that I did. I get a lot of complaints that I talk too much and then that I don't talk too much. So I'm just trying to speed things along, you guys, for you, so that way you guys don't say that I talk too much. So there's my lid. Now let's see. So this is dry. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do some dry brush. I'm gonna go ahead and try to take off as much of this as I possibly can of this paint. All right, so I took out enough paint, and then I might just go over some little spots here and there. Again, you guys can do whatever you want with your moon, with your crescent moon. I'm just adding a little bit of black on here.
Ma'am, I hate to bother you, but somebody's here to see you.
Okay, I'll come down right now.
Send them through.
I messed that up. Okay. Who's here?
Nobody.
Oh.
Just me.
It's just my hubby.
Sure.
Look, I messed that up because my hubby's making me rush.
Rush.
All right, you guys get the picture. So you guys can just do something like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and let everything dry, and then I'll come back and show you what I'm coming up with next. All right, so now as you guys can see, I not whitewashed it. I dry brushed the black onto my moon here, and then I went back with dry brushing again with some of that yellow, and that's what I have. So now for the face, if you do this moon here, this crescent moon, obviously it has a face. I turned this one into a witch only because that's the only thing I can come up with styrofoam. But with this one here, I'm just using regular black paint and then a thin little brush like this one. And then you're gonna draw your face, whatever face you want to do on yours. You can do, like, say, eyebrows. And you're gonna do what you do on this side, you're gonna do on the back side, just in case you see the back side of the moon as well. All right, let's try this and see how this comes out. If it doesn't come out, then you just can paint over it again and just redo it. So I'm just going to, let's see, where are my eyes? Right here. So there's an eyebrow right there. And then I'm gonna have to try to mirror that on the other side right here. That one didn't come out that good, but that's all right. And then you're gonna do some eyes. I don't know. Now I'm not gonna do anything in the middle because I'm gonna put a rhinestone in the middle. Then for the lips, you guys can hear some noise in the background, I have an audience. I have Alora and Emily here, my sister and my niece. Alright, so there is the lips. And everything you do on this side, you have to mirror on this side. So, let's see. I really don't like the way that eyebrow looks. I might have to change that eyebrow. I like that eye a little better. So I'm going to keep on playing with this and see what I come up with, and then I'll show you guys what I came up with. So I did the yellow glitter on the outside here. I don't know if you guys can see that. And then on the inside as well, except on the lips. And then on the outside, I just did, this is the glitter that I'm using. I get it at Walmart. So, I just did a little bit on here. I don't know, I don't think I'm gonna do the rhinestone on the eyes. I think that's just the way I'm gonna do it. Leave it just like that. And it's on both sides, if you guys can see that. So, and then the lips I obviously did also inside the middle here. This actually works so much better than the styrofoam. The styrofoam was too thick, that's why I couldn't get the face look to match up on the other side. So definitely the foam board works perfect for this. So now what I'm going to do is I have just a stick, leftover stick from the witch hats that I had used in my previous box. I'm gonna go ahead and glue this. I'm gonna glue this stick right underneath my moon, right somewhere around there. And then what I'm going to do is I already cut down my cat, the stick on my cat. See my cat. And then what I'm going to do, I might use him this way. I have some leftover string of rhinestones right here. So what I'm gonna do with this little string of rhinestones that I have left over, I'm gonna glue it onto the cat's neck like if it was her collar. And then that ribbon, that glittered ribbon from Dollar Tree that I bought, I just did a little snippet of this. I made like a little crown for my cat, the exact same way that you do this, like I showed you guys, except it's just a small one, which I'm gonna go ahead and glue to the cat's head on the top. I'll show you what I mean. Then I have these small little rhinestones. I wish they were smaller. They're not too small, but I'm gonna glue that onto here on one of these peaks here for the crown. All right, see, I did a little collar for my cat right there, like that. What do you guys think? Do you guys like it with the crown or no? So there's my cat. And then I gotta figure out how I'm gonna glue my moon on the stick. I think right there. So I'll just add a little glue to the bottom of my moon. And then just put the stick there and hold it until it dries. So there's my moon. So you can decide on what side you want to use it on. So it doesn't really matter. All right, so I have my moon and I have my cat already glued to however I want them. So I have this moss that I picked up at Dollar Tree. I might use that. Then I also have some of this silver tinsel that I could use. And then I have these little Halloween crows. My sister had bought me these. Well, she had given me these. These are from Recollection. I don't know if I'll use that. I still have some of these glittered branches. Let's see, I have rhinestones. And then I have my ribbon that I did this too. But I also did it like this. So same thing. You just go around cutting, you know, similar to what you did to this one. And then I have some of this right here. It's just ribbon that I picked up, or trim that I have picked up at Hobby Lobby a long time ago for $1.50. I have cutouts here. I don't know if I'll use a cutout. Kind of like, what do we have? We have cats, spider webs. We have like little mansions here, like little haunted houses. Now these my sister gave me, so I don't know where they're from. So I have some styrofoam left from the crescent moon that I attempted to do, but was a fail. Well, I'm going to use 2 little pieces of that. That's going to go on my lid here. But first I need to attach, I think I'm going to do this here like this. I'm going to attach this ribbon. I'm just going to go ahead and go around and glue this ribbon on top of the box here. And I just added a little bit of glitter right on top of my paper. I actually sealed it with a Mod Podge all the way around. So I'm gonna go ahead and start gluing my ribbon. I'm gonna go all the way to the top here where it meets the box at the top here, and then I'm just gonna start to glue this all the way around. I just thought about something. So I left a tiny gap in between the box at the top and the ribbon. There's a reason for that. So let me finish gluing this all the way around, and then I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna put right on top of here. Okay, so there it is. It's glued right on there. I'm gonna get that pipe cleaner, the Tencel silver pipe cleaner, and I'm just going to glue that right above that little gap where I have the box and the ribbon in between. So I'm just gonna go ahead and glue that right on the top. I'm just showing you guys what I'm doing with my box. I wasn't gonna show you guys I wasn't gonna show you guys how to do the scrapbook paper on there, because I told you guys, I already showed you guys how to do that. But I wanted to show you how I'm actually gonna decorate it. I was just going through my stuff trying to see what I had, and I saw some of this stuff and I figured, you know what, this will look good. All right, do you guys see how that looks? So obviously the pipe cleaner doesn't go all the way around, so I just cut another little piece, and then I'll just glue that pipe cleaner to that little area right there. All right, there it is, done. So there's that part of the lid. So now what I was thinking of doing is maybe going to every other one and gluing some rhinestones on my, like that. All right, you guys, so look at, this is what I did. So what I did, I went every other two little scallop edges, and then I put a rhinestone. So every two little scallops and then rhinestone. So that's what I did all the way around. I put the lid on my box because I want to attach this little ribbon that I made here underneath here somewhere, you know, and I wanted to go like maybe just a little below the top of the lid. But you know what, you guys, I think I have way too much just black and white and silver. I don't know, I may add some color to it as far as orange or something. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think it's too black and white? I don't know. So I'm thinking I'm just gonna go ahead and glue this right underneath there like that. What do you guys think? Would that look good right there? Or what I can do is put it underneath like this. And you know what? I think I'm gonna put it under there. And then maybe I'll just use this beaded trim underneath. All right, so here's my box. I tried to glue some of this beaded trim on there. This beaded trim is just horrible. It falls apart. It is too small, and I tried to get it at the bottom here. I did the best that I could. It doesn't look all that great, but this is what I have so far. So I have this here, these words here. This is like a cutout. It says Happy Halloween, and I like it, and I'm thinking that I'm going to glue this right on the front somewhere in here like this, just to give it some kind of color. So I'm gonna end up gluing this Happy Halloween on here. So now we're gonna work on the top of the lid here. So what I did is I cut a small piece of styrofoam, which I'm going to glue on the top of my lid like this, and then a smaller one and shorter to glue it next to it like that, so you guys can see like that. Okay, so the stick on your moon is going to be as tall as you want it to be, however you want it to be. because what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and stick this moon into the styrofoam right here and then we're gonna glue that there, and then this will get glued down here. Before I glue anything, I want to see how I like certain things. So, and then my cat I'm gonna end up putting down here. So I think I like that placement. So see the placement that I have here? I don't want the cat to be too high next to the crescent moon, because then it covers the moon and I don't want that. So I'm gonna go ahead and glue these on here like this, and then I'll end up putting moss around there. So let me glue these guys down and then I'll show you what it looks like. Like, this is your placement. However, if you want to do the exact same box that I'm doing, then you know what, just mess with your placement to see how you like it. And I'm gonna go ahead and mess with my placement here, and then I'm gonna glue it, and then I'll be right back. Alright, so now I have them glued on here. I glued this on with the glue gun. You guys can glue stuff like this on with Mod Podge or anything else. The glue gun kind of sucks to glue this stuff on there, but I'm pretty impatient and I wanted to get this done already. So this is what this looks like so far, as you guys can see. Now I'm going to decide if I want to add, say, a little house in the background, something in the background like this. I don't know, because you'll be able to see the back, so I don't know if I want to do that. But I do have this moss here that I can actually use a little bit of this to cover all this up here. Now I can add glue, which I may add the glue on here, but I wanted to use this moss. I know they have the other moss as well, the one that looks kind of what is it, Spanish moss, I guess that's what it's called. Now I could use that for this too, but I wanted to use this one. So you can also paint your styrofoam, so that way you can't see it when you're adding all this on there. But I'm thinking maybe something like this. I'll have to add glue to it, but something like that, and then maybe getting some branches here and cutting them and making it seem like there's a tree in the background, maybe, you know, back here. You can glue this here. However you want to do yours. I may end up putting a crow somewhere up here. Let me see if I can get it. Maybe down here somewhere. Well, it's a raven. Maybe I'll use this little raven somewhere on here. So I just wanted to show you the base of this. So I'm going to continue to fiddle with this, and then I'll come back and show you what I did. Okay, you guys, so after playing with it and tweaking it here and there, this is what I came up with. I wish I would have thought about something before I glued my cat down. I didn't remember I had these pumpkins here. I would have put the cat on top of the pumpkin instead of that little styrofoam. And so I just put it on the side here. But this is what I came up with. And this rose here and these glittered leaves are from a branch that it was actually a bush that I took apart that I've had for a long time, the leaves. And then this orange rose that has glitter is from one of these little bushes. I took it off of here, as you can see, from, I think it was either a 99-cent store or Dollar Tree that I had picked up. So this is what I came up with. I really wish I would have remembered that I had the pumpkin, or else if I would have remembered that I had it, I would have definitely put the cat on top of the pumpkin. But this is my little DIY box. Here's another one. It might be a little too much for people, but this is just going to be a decoration for me. I am not going to use it for a gift or anything. I'm not going to open the box at all. This is just purely decoration for me, and this is what I came up with. I'm going to do a close-up of it so you guys can see it, but I hope you guys like this DIY. I hope you guys like it and you guys give it a try. So here's a close-up of my box. So these are my 2 boxes that I had made, and again, this one's just going to be for decoration purposes. I am not going to be using that for anything other than that. And then I made this one before. I am probably going to do a third, but I won't be filming that one. I do have other DIYs in mind. So this is my little take on these boxes that you could find at Michael's and at Dollar Tree, and I hope you guys like this DIY, and I hope you guys give it a try and let your imagination run wild. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.